This is I Attract What I Am. Transform failure into an orgasmically joyful life in business. Written and read by Melissa Dawn. Introduction. I'm sharing my journey with you in this book to show you that everything is possible when you choose the life you want. The power is in your hands and your mind, your beliefs, and your actions. You and you alone can know what you want. And when it comes from your heart, all you need to do is take consistent steps towards your goals every single day. You are responsible for what you attract. You are the CEO of your life. So go on, attract what you want. Chapter 1. Husband Number 1. It was the spring of 2011. I had just gone through my second divorce. Yes, my second one. My first divorce happened a little more than 10 years ago. I married my high school sweetheart, and truthfully, neither of us were ready for it. We both came from strict religious backgrounds where dating for a long period of time wasn't acceptable. So, at 18 years old, we got married. I walked down the aisle feeling pretty sure I was making a mistake. My heart pumped loudly, silently telling me I should run. I really wanted to. I remember glancing at the door to leave, but with more than 200 people smiling at me, I chickened out and remained at the altar. I took those vows. Instead of listening to my heart, I let my fear lead me into the arms of a man I wasn't ready to marry, heeding the worry, what will people think if I back out now? It didn't take long to see that my inner voice had been guiding me in the right direction. It was an unhappy union from the beginning. It's one thing to date someone and another thing to live with them. And I was only 18 years old. What could I have known about being in a long-term relationship? We were worlds apart in how we approached life. We had a lot of growing up to do. We had different values. We had different ambitions. I knew our marriage wasn't going to make it into happily ever after, and yet I stuck it out for 8 years. 8 years of, what will people think? What will people say? How will I tell my parents, for whom divorce is not an option? They'll never understand. I'm such a failure. What will I do on my own? For 8 years, I was the good wife, working at the marriage by supporting him in all his pursuits and making sure when he came home, the house was clean, the table was set, the dinner was served, and the social calendar was filled. I supported him in getting his university degree, and while he launched his career, and listened to all his work stressors while keeping his morale and motivation up. I suffered and sacrificed, and although I was still in my 20s, I felt like a tired old woman. I had lost my spark. I gave all that I could give and received nothing in return. I was miserable. The only thing that kept me going was my career. I was always very ambitious. I got my bachelor's degree in commerce and I started working for a multinational company. I loved what I was learning and the people I was working with. One day, an employee of mine, Maria, commented on how exhausted I had become at the end of a 12-hour day. I remember thinking, funny, I'm more exhausted by the thought of going home to my husband than to continue working. Anyways, on this particular day, she placed a book in my hands and said, "Here, you should read this." She smiled and left. I looked at the book titled Conversations with God by Neale Donald Walsch and shuddered. A book about conversations with God? This is exactly what I don't need. Because of my religious upbringing, I felt this book was the last thing I wanted, religious orders on how to live my life. A few weeks passed and I did not open the book. Maria kept asking me about it and I simply said I did not have the time to start reading it. Then one day, my husband showed up at work. My body tensed, and I started to stress as he came through the door. Maria could see the conversation I was having with him and how it was draining me. After he left, she came up to me and said, "Melissa, I know I'm just your employee and I have no business in your personal life. I see you're a wonderful person and I see how much this relationship is draining you. Please read the book I gave you. I promise it will help you." Little did she know that the awakening of my spiritual journey was sparked as a result of her urging.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?